Grant is going to help small businesses that have been struggling for quite some time. So I want to thank the Gary Common Council. I also want to thank the Hard Rock Casino for matching these dollars. We're going to be giving up to $25,000 to our small businesses that are located in the city of Gary. So I want to encourage everyone to take this opportunity. The application process has already started, and we're going to close it on June 1st, 2026. So again, encourage you all to participate, look at these opportunities to help revitalize all of our small businesses. So again, if you have any questions, reach out to our Economic Development Department, but go to www.gary.gov/lifeline-grant. Peace.
Streets alive, we bring the vibe. Food truck Fridays, pull up with your crew, your tribe. Music bumping, games popping. We be feeling right, 5 to 8, 6 in Broadway. Every Friday night, come early, grab a spot, taste the flavor, good eats. In the moment, just a link. Family, friends, good vibes, downtown, we ignite.
City of Gary Redevelopment Commission meeting Friday, June 12th, 2026, 4:00 p.m. is now called to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Borum, not here. Commissioner Wissington, present. Commissioner Dunham.
Here.
President Salling.
Yes.
And School Board Representative Johnson.
Present.
All right, let the record show that Commissioner Clemens, Commissioner Dunham, my apologies.
Yes.
And President Starr.
Yes.
The motion's passed.
All right, thank you. Move to item number 4 on today's agenda is the approval of last meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
It has been moved and properly seconded. Are there any additional questions or comments from commissioners or staff? Yes,
I failed
Mr.
to put the
Celio.
minutes in the packet. I apologize. I will be forwarding.
Okay, wasn't in fact, but we saw it. Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Wissington? Yes. Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
President Starling?
Yes.
Motion passes.
We now move to item number 5 on today's agenda, which is approval of claims. Do we have any claims?
Just one that's really pressing that I would like to get approval for. It's one vendor, Vickerman and Associates.
Okay.
I have an outstanding invoice from April, and I would like to get that paid out as soon as possible.
Okay. The chair will entertain a motion for the approval of today's claims.
I just got a question.
Go
Can you
ahead.
remind us of what that is?
The Morena, Lakefront TIF.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
This was previously approved,
It was
correct?
already approved.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, roll call, please.
Commissioner Wissington? Yes. Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
President Starling?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Chair will now move on to item number 6 on today's agenda, which is public comments on agenda items only. Did anyone come to speak on agenda items only? Or did anyone sign up for agenda items? If not, we will move to number 7, which is presentations. Director Harris, do we have any presentations today?
None today.
None today. All right. We will now move on to new business, with starting with resolution number 7705, a resolution of the City of Gary Redevelopment Commission approving the amendment of the Gary Redevelopment Commission budget for the year of 2026 to allocate funds for the consolidated TIF and pledging funds from the consolidated TIF to the new Metro Transportation Center in the downtown corridor. Director Harris.
Thank you, President Stallings. So, want to be able to tee this up. This resolution is supporting a match opportunity for the development of the new multimodal transit facility. I'm going to have Ms. Sharp give a general overview of the pledging of funds for our match that we're responsible for as a city to be able to execute. Send it roll back and forth.
Good afternoon, Ms. Sharp.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good to see everybody on a Friday afternoon. This is, you may remember for the last couple years, we've been talking about SEA 434. This is a Senate rolled act that allows for matching dollars from the state for our blight elimination program, for the convention center, and a metro station. So Similar to the other programs, the state has agreed to match our contributions of $3 million a year over the period of 25 years to go towards the Metro Center station and transit-oriented development. This fund, unlike the other funds, will be administered and managed by the Redevelopment Authority, and that's how it's written in the statute. The timing of this is critical because we have a state budget committee hearing on Thursday next week, and the RDA will be reporting out to the state committee, telling them if we're ready to start for the Metro Center. So we are proposing a transfer of the consolidated TIF funds of $2 million and allocating that towards this this first year's match. And it's $2 million of the $3 million, but by the end of this month, we will be able to then move forward with professional services, working with the RDA with this initial contribution, not only from us, but from the state as well. So we want to walk into that state budget committee hearing prepared and ready to tell them, yes, we've allocated the funding, we're ready to go. Let's get started with this year's program.
Okay, any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Mr. Wishington?
Thank you, Ms. Sharp. So why 2 million now and not 3?
Well, the consolidated TIF has 2 million available.
Uh-huh.
And the city is working on the other $1 million.
So that was my next question, if it was going to come before the council to try
Yes.
to allocate.
I believe so.
Okay, good. So total scope of the project, I'm guessing if we're going to pledge, you said 25 years?
25 years,
So,
total 150
150
million.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. And everything goes according to plan. When can we expect confirmation or next steps in regards to, GCs, contractors, things of that nature? How long does that timeline look like?
We'll spend a year in
Okay.
planning, and this is, of course, we're touching the rail system, so we've got a lot of coordination. So I don't expect construction to start.
Yeah, also too, the RDA is applying for federal funds to be able to help support and kickstart more of our match opportunity. So with that, I mean, this is gonna get the initial opportunity to be able to have our engineer on contract, be able to do preliminary designs, so we can prepare for costing. Also to NICD, they're responsible for their platform. So there's some coordination between NICD and then the authority to be able to match the station with the platform itself. So this is going to unlock the design development opportunity for us to be able to at least have meaningful conversations about costing.
And then my next question would be, if we are providing the $3 billion annually with the match with the state, what is RDA's contribution, if not financial?
They're a physical agent. So
Gotcha,
the way-
okay.
The way Senate Rule Act 434 was written was that the RDA is our physical agent.
Gotcha.
Managing the process.
Sounds good. So more like a management. Excellent. Okay, and then my last one, thank you, President Song.
No problem.
My last one would be, are we still considering the initial rendering through Notre Dame?
That, we've had a conversation, the mayor set that as the general design precedent. There are gonna be some changes and modifications, but one thing that he was able to make clear was that he wanted to make sure that the station had a presence along Broadway.
Broadway, yeah.
So it would technically straddle Broadway. That was a very critical design component in the Notre Dame plan that the mayor did emphasize that he wants to be able to keep that element. But understanding that there's going to be some flexibility regarding constructible, a constructible station versus, what's conceptual. But that was a critical component, and we definitely want to adhere to the general design style of downtown, which is kind of that neoclassical design that Notre Dame had highlighted.
Okay, and then my final question would be, given what was taking place at the Genesis Center currently with the plan to demolish, does that have any impact over what's taking place with the Metro station? Could there be any cohesion between?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, when we think about, this funding is for transit-oriented development, including a metro station. So the Genesis Center coming down, we're trying to tie all of those things together so we can stretch our dollars further.
Right.
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Dunham, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. The chair will entertain a motion for the passage of resolution number 7705.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any additional comments or questions? If not, roll call, please.
Commissioner Whittington?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
President Stallings?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We now move to resolution number 7706, a resolution of the City of Gary Redevelopment Commission approving and authorizing the transfer of funds between line items within the non-reverting fund. Ms. Walton.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Again, we come asking for a transfer of funds in a non-reverting. Attorney Jenkins can speak more in reference to it. We had some, outside. They post our, legal ads for, I believe, tax sales, properties and things like that to that nature. And, we're looking to pay them in full. The total amount of the invoices came to a little bit.
13,000.
Yeah, it was close to like 12,000, but just in case, if we have any floaties come in, we'll be covered for that.
Chair will entertain a motion for the passage of resolution number 7706.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Do you have any questions or comments from commissioners?
So not necessarily, it was just for publication. It was a relatively large order that they were able to perform for us at really kind of the last minute. So it was for 149 or so publications that happened in the newspaper. So it was just a notice that they had to put out for us to run 3 consecutive weeks. They were able to do that for us, and that was the bill. And it's kind of, the bill is not that old, but it's kind of holding up our ability to do anything else with them. So like they want that bill paid before they do any other work for us. So publications come up pretty frequently, you know, whenever we need to publish something in the paper, RFPs for property disposal and things like that. So that's why we want to get this paid, that's all.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Do we happen to have any more out there that,
Not at this moment.
all right. Chair will entertain a motion for the passage of resolution number 7706.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. There aren't any additional questions or comments. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Whittington?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
And President Stallings?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Now to move resolution number 7707. It's a resolution of the City of Gary Redevelopment Commission authorizing and awarding a contract for landscaping for the Broadway beautification project with, who's the company?
Yep, this will be, so thank you, President Stallings. I'm gonna respond to your question.
Okay.
So resolution 7707, resolution to award to Brightview Landscaping for the beautification of the Broadway corridor. We had the opportunity to have the scope developed by this team. We did put this project scope out for bid. We had not received any responses, but we reached back out to Brightview for the ability to be able to execute the scope this summer. The intent is for us to conduct tree replacement for some of the dead trees that we have along the Broadway corridor here in downtown. We're going to be replacing those trees and offering a mix of new tree species. No corridor should have a monolith of the same tree species in the event that if there's an invasive species that we're able to take on to one particular tree species, if you wouldn't want to have your whole corridor, you know, be affected. So with that opportunity, we're going to be able to not only replace the dead and missing trees, we're also going to be able to prune and trim existing, along with the ability to be able to install hanging baskets along the Broadway corridor. We'll have new brackets installed along with hanging baskets that will be replaced 3 times a year. So we'll have a summer mix for our baskets, we'll have a fall mix for our baskets, and we'll have a spring mix for our baskets along the Broadway corridor from 4th Avenue to 8th Avenue. In addition to the scope, we have the ability to be able to plant all of our raised planters on the Broadway corridor, and that would then generally complete the scope of work. The intent is to be able to get this work completed by the 4th of July. we're kind of keeping it fluid for July, but the team is ready to move forward like gangbusters upon approval from the commission. Again, we understand that downtown is very sensitive. There's going to be a lot of activity happening between the beautification, demolition was Senate and Rollback 434. We want to show the community that there is progress being had. I mean, we're working very hard regarding the mixed-use development that we're looking to bring here to downtown corridor. That takes some time to iron out. There's a lot of nuances that need to be shaken out, but there is action happening. And I think the 2026 is really going to prove to be a significant year for people to be able to see progress in downtown. And this is going to be a meaningful effort to do so. The total scope for this project will be $178,615.90. And again, understanding that this includes replacement of our painting baskets for 3 cycles, along with a 1-year contractor maintenance for all of the work installed on the corridor. So it's going to be a significant change and improvement. I think that the public will be really pleased to see that. I know I haven't seen this in my lifetime, to see Broadway look beautiful and look cared for and attended to. So I think that this is something that's going to be extremely positive.
Any questions? Commissioner Whittington, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to our trees along the Broadway corridor, excuse my ignorance, I haven't necessarily walked the whole strip lately.
Yeah.
But where our trees are planted, you know, in a lot of communities, you have that square cut out so that the roots are able to develop. Is that something that we implement? Like, is there like a covering material? I've seen also in places like that, like a rubber covering on top of it.
It's called the root membrane.
Okay.
So the root membrane keeps the roots from being able to grow so far out that it begins to compromise the sidewalk, making an uneven sidewalk. So that would also be included in the scope.
Okay.
So for the dead trees that do exist, we will uproot the old soil, put in root barrier, install new soil, so that the tree can be in a healthy environment and not harm the integrity of our sidewalks.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You have any questions?
Yeah.
Ms. Dunham?
So they came before us last year, right? Brightview, and showed us all of that.
That's correct.
And then we decided it was too late in the year to start the project.
That was correct.
Okay, so now what's the corridor? How far? I mean, what avenue to what avenue?
4th Avenue to 8th Avenue.
Okay, 4th Avenue to 8th Avenue. Okay, and you said, so if we approve it and it's gonna be done by July 4th, that mean they about to get it done right now?
They're ready to start their pre-construction.
Waiting on this
early
meeting
next
to be
week.
over.
Okay, okay.
I got confidence we're over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Brightview.
Any questions about
Brightview is
that?
one of the largest. Oh, go ahead.
No, she just asked my question.
Okay.
Timeline.
All right, good deal. Chair will entertain a motion for the passage of resolution number 7707.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any additional comments or questions from commissioners or staff? If not, roll call, please.
Commissioner Whittington? Yes. Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
And President Stoneman?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. Now move to resolution number 7708. Resolution awarding property located at 300 North Mount Street and authorizing the purchase agreement between someone and the Redevelopment Commission. So can someone fill that name in for me?
Yeah, thank you, President Stallings. I'm gonna open up the proposal as we speak.
Okay.
Sorry. The minutes are exciting.
Is Stephen still here? Okay. What do we have?
All right, let's see here. We have a proposal from TP Gary for LLC, Transport Properties LLC, for a bid amount of $110,000. Give me a second here.
Stephen here. Don't forget, turn the camera.
And if I could read President Stallings, I'm looking at this note here in the proposal. It says the bidder proposes a base price of $110,000 together with an additional performance-based economic participation payment to the city upon item approval of the property's use for wetland mitigation purposes for a total potential consideration of $250,000.
Okay. For the public, can you kind of give us a little background on that, Chris?
Yeah, so 300 North Mount, these are two parcels that belong to the Gary Redevelopment Commission. These are wetland sites that one is landlocked by railroads. The other is adjacent to a railroad, but hemmed in by private property that's not accessible. They're public right of way. For us, right now, there's no real economic purpose for us to be able to utilize these properties, but it can unlock opportunity to be able to bring job growth to the city through someone who can. So this opportunity with unlocking this wetland mitigation opportunity will help unlock more job opportunities in Buffington Harbor. Again, this is on the northwest quadrant of the city. This is north of the Gary Chicago Airport. And again, this is a wetland site, and it looks like this entity is looking to do their due diligence to confirm that if this is a suitable wetland mitigation property, that in addition to the $110,000 bid amount, they're intending to provide the Redevelopment Commission an additional $140,000 that's found to be suitable as a suitable wetland mitigation site.
Okay, so we'll receive a total of $250,000 from this entity.
Yes, if it's suitable for a wetland mitigation opportunity to develop. If not, then they'll just purchase price at $110,000.
Okay. Ms. Dunham or Ms. Swiss, do you have any questions?
Who did you say it was again?
Yeah, this is TP Gary, number 4 LLC, Transport Properties.
Where they out of?
They're based out of, their office is based out of Rosemont, Illinois, 9500 Bryn Mawr Avenue, Suite 130, Rosemont, Illinois.
Thank you.
All right. Chair will entertain a motion for the passage of resolution number 7708.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any additional questions or comments? If not, roll call, please.
Commissioner Whittington.
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham.
Yes.
And President Stone.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We move to resolution number 7709, a resolution of the City of Gary Redevelopment Commission awarding properties located on Cass Street and authorizing the purchase agreement between and the Redevelopment Commission. Who will speak? Chris.
Thank you, President Stallings. So for the time being, we have no proposals received for said properties on Cass Street.
Okay. We can move on to the next resolution.
Yes, I'll ask my attorney if we keep the, if we close the bids or if we,
Oh, there's no need to be that formal about it, because like once we don't receive bids, we just can't sell it for less than our offering amount for 30 days. So if we find somebody who wants to like purchase it at that price at our next meeting, we can kind of go forward. Or if we want to entertain lower offers because no one's coming in at the price we offered it for, then we have to wait 30 days to just go forward with any type of negotiation after that. But you don't have to formally close the bidding, you can just leave it as is.
Okay. Any questions? Go ahead.
Is the price listed? What's the price?
I actually can't remember what the price listed on, because there were 5 different properties for the Cass Street.
Right.
We marketed them together. I think it was $6,500 per property, so 6,500 times 5, that was what, like 30 something. Don't ask me to do math off the top of my head,
Okay, got it.
but nevertheless.
All righty.
All right, thank you.
Well, go ahead. Ask as many as
Thank
you
you,
like.
President.
Go ahead.
The first one, what is our method of marketing said properties, bids? I know we have our formal methods, but are we doing anything alternative to engage the public? Social media, things of that nature?
we can, I think that moving forward, when Senate Enrolled Act 232 comes into play, we're gonna have a whole marketing campaign
Okay.
for all properties that we're disposing of in specific neighborhoods. So I think that it's going to change after July 1st. I think that this has kind of been, we're doing it kind of the old school way, moving forward, because we have a new campaign that we're preparing with our communications department. So we don't need to have 2 appraisals for every property that we dispose of. We can have a market rate for all vacant commercial and residential property. We have the ability to be able to get people excited.
So that was my question. My second question, when we talk about like a fixed rate for these properties.
Yeah.
last meeting, we awarded the gentleman a property in Etna for $6,000 and then the developer properties next to the Hard Rock for $6,000. I'm having a hard time communicating with constituents that we have a fixed rate for individuals who seek to expand their citizenship in the city of Gary versus our large commercial developers. So please help me understand how we're arriving at this fixed rate for individuals who have been here for 30 plus years, who live next door to a property that is abandoned, they maintain it, and they wish to own it, while at the same time we can have non-residents come to the city, purchase property for the same price, yet make a return that is astronomical to your average Gary citizen who is not recuperating 30% as soon as they purchase. I'm having a hard time with that. And I think, to me, this is just my opinion, it's not fair. I think we need to review this and really figure out, because our citizens are being gypped in comparison to our commercial developers. I'm happy for all the development that's taking place, but from my standpoint, I'm very uncomfortable with citizens who have an AMI that is not comparable to what is actually needed to develop. And we had a side lot program, for a reason. And now I'm just having a hard time communicating this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we're at a crossroads where we haven't been in a very long time. We're in a growth mode.
Yeah.
And we're trying to rebuild the tax base. And we're trying to figure out how can we redevelop other areas of the city and generate income as a department so we can tackle blight in other neighborhoods. We're also trying to find meaningful developers that have the capacity to be able to execute what they say they can. Sometimes you are in a juxtaposition with readiness and capitalization, and then desire.
I'll concur.
So I think I'm very open and excited and to be able to share with the commission the draft that we have prepared for our Senate Roll Act 232 program. I think it's your feedback for that very same purpose, to understand how we make sure we're not going to create a barrier for residents to participate, but we also, there's a fine line of readiness and ability to execute. Because I can tell with you, in the last 2 weeks, I've had so many conversations regarding developers that are holding on to property that don't have the ability to be able to execute what that they have in their possession. And we have developers that are ready to go to unlock and be able to build our tax base, but then I'm stuck because there are some key properties that are owned by private owners that, they don't have the capital to execute, but they don't want to be able to work with anyone else who can. And then it's stuck. And on the outside, it seems like nothing is happening in the city, but the desire and the intent is there to make a difference, to start generating tax revenue and building our tax base. But you have just some people that want to hold on to it, for various reasons. So we're trying to find that balance of being able to show progress and build a tax base, but also not fall into the trap of land banking, because of status.
Well, how about we work on a tier system, or this? Let's just think through this, because I would love, if possible, just how we could figure out how to fix this issue, and perhaps we can draft an ordinance through the council that says, if you aren't able, how it is with commercial development, you got 24 months, typically 12 months to start demolishing, and that's how we do it in the council. I would love if we can implement the same thing for residents to ensure that we're not falling into this issue. I would be happy to carry that.
Yeah, and even for the program, we can have a reversionary clause for any purchase agreement that we have. But we also are trying to ensure that when we're disposing, that we're seeing some meaningful progress immediately, right? There have been, again, this is like I said, now that these properties are valuable, and now that we're updating our zoning code, that now what was unbuildable in the past, the side lot, will now become buildable. So these 25, 30 feet wide lots that we've been providing as side lots in the past, we're gonna have to rethink that, because then now we're bringing value. Those parcels will add value because now they're considered buildable, and then we're trying to add density in our neighborhoods. Do we have the opportunity to work with existing homeowners to allow them to build an ADU? Because now that we have ADUs permitted in our zoning code, That's going to help grow the tax base, which is all of our responsibility. But it's also going to allow people to have multi-generational housing and build wealth that way. So we're literally talking about that in our Senate Enrolled Act 232 program. But I would love to get your feedback because you've always been very equitable about making sure our Gary people, are benefiting. We're also trying to figure out, on the back end when we're doing our due diligence about readiness as well. So we'd love to be able to get that feedback amongst all the commissioners because it's real. It's real. I mean, this is an exciting time for all of us, in this role. Now that we're in growth mode, but how can we make sure we get it right?
Right.
I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Oh, and I would just like to add one thing, though. I just know that currently the value that we set is based on the average of the two appraisals.
Yeah.
And, it's just a little unfortunate that the two appraisals set the floor, not the ceiling. So that's a conversation that we could have, like if we wanted to market a particular property that we know we wanted to sell for a commercial outside developer, maybe that we could raise that higher, but then we kind of might run into an issue where somebody comes in like, well, no, I don't really want to buy it at that rate. I'm going to wait for the 30 days and we can negotiate you lower and cut us out, out of some value there. But that's a conversation we could have with the commission, to set what we want the value to be. We can share the appraisals with you, so you know how we're setting the average of the two appraisals. But again, like I said, that sets the floor, not the ceiling. We can always go higher.
So, well, thank you all.
Ms. McDonough?
Yeah, I think that's to keep us from being in the dark, because I know last week it was kind of confusing how Denny versus the hotel guy paying the same amount. That's what you're basically talking about. Okay, and so for us to feel like we are, being fair, I mean, because we don't get the whole picture, like you said, you can tell us the appraisals and how you're doing it, but you just said it and we just agreed to it. So you're saying that maybe that's not how we want to do it.
Right, and the appraisals, they are for the benefit of the commission, so it's solely for us, so we can always make sure you guys get to see that, because it's supposed to be for everyone in the commission, not for the outside. It's not something that's disclosable through public access laws or anything like that. So like you guys can see what the appraisals are, because we did choose the average based on the appraisals that we received. And different appraisal companies do value things differently, so that could be some variation. I don't know if that's a conversation we want to have as well. Maybe you don't like the values that these companies are giving us. Maybe you think they're too high, maybe you think they're too low. That's something we can talk about as well.
I think we've heard a series of things that we need to kind of follow up on. I mean, through executive sessions,
Right.
we have all been good. I mean, I like that because we're going to need to have this impact moving forward. So good discussion. Any other questions or comments?
No, sir.
All right, let's move to resolution number 7710, a resolution of the City of Gary Redevelopment Commission awarding properties located on Connecticut Street and authorizing the purchase agreement with the Redevelopment Commission.
All right, thank you, President Stallings. I'm going to open up a bid for the response to this RFP for 1101 and 1135 Connecticut Street. This bid is received from Rough Hands Landscape LLC.
Very familiar. Okay. Okay, good deal.
Okay. Let's see. There we go. All right. So the bid amount that I have for subject properties, 1101 Connecticut and 1135 Connecticut Street, is a bid amount of $50,000.
Okay, what they're gonna do?
That's more than fair.
Staff makes, hold on, let me make sure.
All right, oh, yeah, that's, okay.
So, give me a second here, President. So it looks like this is below the minimum bid. Yeah. So the minimum bid, President Stallings, for this property is $72,250. The bid amount that we received is for $50,000. I'm going to ask for Attorney Jenkins to express to the commission next steps.
Okay. So generally, when we put in when we put an RFP out, right, we have the minimum offering amount, and we can't accept a bid lower than that. But what we'll have to do is, like, much like with Cass Street, we can, the bidding will pretty much stay open, but we can entertain offers that are less than our minimum offering amount after 30 days have passed. And at that time, if the commission wants to entertain a lower proposal, we can do that, or we can freely negotiate with anybody else that we want to, who did not submit a bid at that time. So we can kind of come back later after 30 days and then, kind of assess where we want to go, if we want to entertain the lower bid or if we want to negotiate with someone else freely.
Okay. Any other comments, Chris or Commissioner Wilson?
Just
Go
one
ahead.
question. How do we come up with 72,000 for these two parcels?
I think that was that happened to be the average of the two appraisals in this case.
There was, for this,
It was, hey, that's
for the land, and I'm not, no, so I'm from this neighborhood. And like,
Oh, man.
that's, we just got appraisals for 270 for fully built properties.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I'm having a hard time, that's all.
Maybe that's a fair question.
Research, because,
I can share with you the appraisals directly.
thank you, because the property around the corner went for $6,000, and then these two lots combined to 72, the math ain't
Oh,
happening.
right. Is it an empty
Where's
lot
the
right now,
zone?
actually? Is it an empty
It's
lot?
residential.
There's a structure, there's
Oh,
a
okay.
partial structure, then there's like a partial, like open warehouse.
Okay.
in the back.
Like bees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Business.
Yeah, but I was just, yeah.
No, that's a fair question.
I'm just curious, Yeah, thank you.
Move to item number 9 on today's agenda, which is other business. Do we have any other business today, Mr. Harris? Okay. Commissioner and Director comments. Do you have any comments, Director Harris?
Just 2 comments again. Just really excited for the summer in downtown Gary. We have our downtown marketplace this Saturday from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock on the 500 block of Broadway. 40 vendors will be present, so we're very excited. I think when we started last year, Mark, on average, we had about like 20 to 25. We sort of grow to 40 is a major deal. These are small businesses from Gary. We had a room full in the Gary room for orientation, and these are all people that are very eager to share their product with the community and be supported by the community. We hope that they can have a future in downtown Gary as we provide mixed-use development, and we plan for that in the future. We want to be able to get people excited and be able to patronize these businesses and grow them from the inside out. So please come out Saturday, every second and fourth Saturday, starting this month through September. So if you are a vendor, it's not too late to participate. Definitely reach out to Mark Cilio here on staff, and he'll be able to support you. He's done an excellent job in curating this event and activity. We do have totes available. I don't know if I can do a quick commercial. We got a brand new totes here, so come out, get your tote. Come out, get your tote. And support downtown Gary. Again, this is regarding the mayor's placemaking efforts and making sure that we're making sure our residents feel and respect that we have a downtown again. As we work on bringing the mixed-use development, which takes some time, we want to make sure that none of our businesses that are here fail, right? Let's support them and let them grow.
That's right.
We also have Food Truck Fridays, which actually starts today. The first Food Truck Friday of the year starts today at 5 o'clock, it'll be 5 to 8, also at the 500 block of Broadway, immediately east of Genesis Towers. So come on, come one, come all. And then again, just very excited for this summer. The awards are going to be pending for Senate Rule Act 434 for demolition. The commission has already passed the beautification efforts for Broadway, so you're going to start seeing significant momentum this year in the aesthetic of our downtown. It's a very exciting time. So that's all I have to share.
All right, thank you. Any comments from commissioners?
No.
Once again, thanks staff and attorneys for the hard work that you all do. Thanks to listening to the audience and by social media. Continue to follow Gary Redevelopment. And the chair will entertain a motion for adjournment.
Second.
Cover the heart of the city at the Greater Gary Downtown Marketplace. Shop local vendors, explore unique products, and enjoy food, music, and community all in one place. Come out, support local businesses, and experience downtown Gary like never before. Discover the heart of the